everybody, welcome back to Storky Farmstead. My name is Samantha. This is a real quick update on our Florida National Guardsman, Samuel. Okay, so I did get to speak to him last night at about 9:45 his time. He was stationed at that point in a library in Fort Myers. He was shocked that I got through to him. They had been without power for a couple of hours. The wind gusts were tremendous, over 100 miles per hour, a steady wind of over 75 miles per hour. So that's impressive. He told me that the rain was literally coming down in slants. He told me that they would be getting up, they would have boots on the ground, loading up by 5 a.m. this morning, and their destination was Cape Coral. So I prayed with him, I spoke to him, and at one point, I guess he had me on speaker, and I do talk a lot, and I can be very loud. I hear him say, hi, Mom. I'm like, hi, guys. And all these young voices are like, hey, men and women, they're all haying me back. And just so if there's any other Florida National Guard moms listening, I did tell all those young men and women to immediately call their mothers. If the phones were working at that point, call your moms. Call them right now. Tell them that you love them. Let them know that you're okay. So I did put that out there for you guys. I knew how much it meant to me to hear my son's voice. Back to what I was saying, they were going to Cape Coral this morning. I just got through listening to Governor Ron DeSantis. There are 2 confirmed deaths, possibly hundreds of more fatalities in the Cape Coral, Fort Myers area. Lee and Charlotte counties were basically devastated, and Lee County is where my son is currently. I'm not sure about Cape Coral. If any of you know that, please let me know. I don't know if that's in Charlotte or that's still in Lee, but that's where they're going this morning. Basically what they have said is that there is now a 72-hour clock that has been started. I guess they started that back around 5 a.m. And what that means is during that 72-hour period, they have 3 things that they are determined to do. That is search, secure, stabilize. That is all they will do. They will search, then they will secure, and then they will stabilize. They are looking that Lee and Charlotte counties will have to have their entire electrical infrastructure completely redone. There is no just hooking the electricity back up. Those counties are completely powerless. They will remain completely powerless. Ron DeSantis, the governor, was suggesting that rather than trying to come down there and volunteer, if you would like to help them out, the First Lady has set up Volunteer Florida at floridadisaster.org. You can donate money. She is working right now to remove any red tape that would stop that money, and they've raised like $1.6 million already, so that's impressive. We'll go directly to the people. This will not be something where the government gets their hands on your money. It will go directly to the people, separate from what FEMA or the state will do for them. These funds will be available for any and all that have been devastated by this storm long term. They do have a really cool thing called Shelter in Place. If you know anybody in those areas, especially Lee and Charlotte counties, Hillsborough, they were all hit pretty hard too, but Lee and Charlotte, they were getting hundreds and hundreds of 911 calls of people screaming and crying that the water, that's why they think there may be hundreds of fatalities, okay? That's why they're assuming when they go in this morning, when my son goes in this morning, that they very well may find hundreds of people dead because the water was rising so very quickly and people were trying to go higher and higher. But when you live in a 1-story home or even a mobile home or a cabin, you can only go so high. Right? There's only so high you can go and then the water catches you. And as you're going higher, so are the ants, the rats, the snakes, they're all going higher too, guys. I know this because I did the first video. Please move. Dear Floridians, please leave, because I was caught in a flood that rose 8 feet in 2 hours. And every time I went higher, the red ants, the snakes, the rats, they all went higher with me. So it was a little scary then. I can't imagine what it was like in the middle of the night. So I'm asking for you guys just to keep them all in your prayers. They are bringing in 100 cell towers to those counties. That will be set up over the next couple of days. So I may very well at this point have no more contact. I know I've said that before. It was a fluke that I got through last night. My son's like, I don't know how you got this phone to work. God made that phone work for this mother. I'm telling you. I'm a very persistent person, and I was begging to hear my son's voice. So you guys keep our Guardsmen and the Florida assets in your prayers, because I know the people are hurting, but the ones that have to go in and rescue these people, that's going to be very hard. Very hard to roll into these areas, because they have to fight to get in. I mean, I live in Louisiana, so when I say that, I know what it's like when we have a hurricane and then we go to Lee to check on our loved ones, and it takes us 3 hours to go 4 miles because we have to keep getting out and either using the 4-wheel drive on the truck back there to pull trees out of our way, or my husband has to get out and cut like vehicle size holes in the trees, or we try to find a way around the tree using the 4-wheel drive. And that is what it's going to be like as the first responders and the National Guard tries to move into these lower counties today, especially with the extremely high water that is still in place. So there's only so far they can go. They did say that, I can't think of what they're called, the helicopter people are coming in, and the National Guard is helping with that. I don't know, guys. Just keep praying for Florida. Keep praying for the first responders. Samuel is an EMT, so he does have medical training. But at this point, I don't know that they'll actually put him in a position for that. Like I said, their main goal for the next 72 hours will be to search, to secure, and to stabilize. So you guys have a blessed day. I have a lot to do here at Starkey Farmstead today. While part of my brain and my heart is in Florida and Lee County, my 100 animals in my garden still have their needs need to be met. So this is one of those, you need to do what you have to do, even though I'd like to just climb back in my bed, put on the TV, and just hope I get a glimpse of my son. I know that my animals, my farm, still need the things to be done that need to be done here when you run a farm. So you guys say a prayer for us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you all have a blessed day. If you didn't get to see, we were making mushroom compost yesterday here at Starkey Farmstead. So catch that video. You guys be blessed and be safe out there.